So with the potatoes that we were growing from the dumpster, I went with viewer advice and used 2 of these plastic waste baskets that were salvaged from the public school dumpsters, and I went ahead and put the potato cuttings, cut it up into a couple different pieces with each with their own little sprouts, and put them in there with just enough soil to cover them. And then, if I remember correctly, the advice you guys gave is that as they continue growing, then you just keep adding more soil until it gets like up to the top, and then once all the foliage dies out, then you dig in there and see if you grew any potatoes. Let's see how that goes. So I was loading the dishwasher, and then of course needed to get the dishwasher detergent from under the counter, and then I remembered our mango. It is time to open this seed up. We put it in on the 16th, and today is the 26th, and I had planned on 2 weeks, but I noticed that there was definitely something going on. So I've got Mimi here.
Hi.
Hi.
And this way, it's my birthday.
Your birthday this week. Oh my goodness. How perfect. We get this fun little mango learning event during your birthday week. All right, here, let's go ahead and open this up.
I'm gonna open it.
You're gonna open it? Okay, hold on. Let me set the camera. Okay.
Do I open it like this or
Like just unfold it. Like see how it's like a little present. It's like a little present.
Oh, that big.
It's messy, huh? I hope it didn't just get all moldy and gross.
Yeah, I hope so too.
And then, yeah, good job. And then just open that part.
Oh, it's big.
Well, yeah, it's a mango seed, and they're huge. Hold on, you can just open this part. Well, let's see what happened.
Kind of cracked on the side, Mom.
It definitely cracked. I thought for sure it had something going on, but there is something going on. This part has opened, but there's also all this like kind of moldy, gross stuff. So I'm going to, oh, and look, there's a crack right there too. Mimi, did you see that crack, or is that the one you were talking about?
I was talking about that one.
Over here? Oh, she's right. There's a crack on that side too.
And Mom, did you see the little root?
Where?
Thingies?
Those do kind of look like little roots, don't they? Okay, well, I'm going to put him into some new paper, and we'll put him back in with a new date. Well, maybe with the original date. That way we know when we first started it, and we'll put him back in for another week, maybe 2, and then we will check on him again. So many beautiful plants. I have narrowed down from all the ones that I tried, the ones that I've absolutely given up on. I went ahead and reused the soil elsewhere, and then the ones that are doing really well and showing great promise, I have just, I've just consolidated, decided what all, we're really going to give a good go, and then the rest, we've let it go and utilized the dirt. Now, look at the lemons. Oh my goodness, I am so happy. Both of those popped up, and then this guy is up, but look, I had given up on this one, but there you go, a little sign of hope right there. I'm so excited. Oh, look at this bamboo. Poor thing has been bent. You do need to regularly turn things so that they stand up straight and tall. They're always, of course, going to be leaning towards whatever their sunlight source is, so got to be sure to turn them, telling myself that as much as I'm telling you. I am going to move some of these, the ones that are pretty strong, not the more delicate things, outside, and I'll show you where. So I learned the hard way the first time I tried bringing plants out and hardening them off, and several died because it was just too darn much direct sunlight when I had them just out here. That was a big mistake. But again, I'm always just learning. Self-taught here, learning through trial and error and experimentation. But what I have done is I've taken this shelf, which is of course from the bins and used to be downstairs under Reagan's bed. That was a different project that I had done that worked okay, but was not great. So I decided to call it. And I moved the shelf out here, and then I've got some of this plastic that is from some of the broken frames that we have found, and I've got that out here just with some clear Gorilla tape that is also from the bins taped on, and I'm just putting some of the stronger plants out here for about 2, maybe 3 hours max in the sun with this plastic there, and hopefully that will be a good start for hardening them off. Again, it's all experimentation. Let's see how it goes. It's definitely not a greenhouse, but I mean, it's an improvisation, and I think it'll work. Well, I have no idea. We shall see. That beautiful succulent that I transplanted is doing really, really well right here in this pot. These hen and chicks, they're really hard to kill. It's really hard to do this wrong. If you are a beginner in the gardening world, this is what I recommend you start with, some simple hen and chicks, because you'll do well with them and that will give you the confidence, the encouragement to continue on to other more difficult plants. Plus they're just beautiful and they spread really fast and oh, they're fabulous. While it is certainly not perfect, and there is definitely still more to be done, you can see some yellowing over there and down there. It is, oh my goodness, so much better than where we started out. Eventually, I will make my way in over here and get that yellowing, and then over here close to the house, work on that as well, and at some point get in down there and get that cleaned up. But my back and the sun have said that's enough for now. Oh, not just the sun and my back, but this little guy right here. Yeah, though I practice all my safety measures and make sure I have an EpiPen, when the wasps start coming and hanging out, that's my cue to go somewhere else. An interesting thing that I have found and wanted to talk about are volunteer plants. So I had so many seeds not work, or seedlings. They might have popped up, but then they just didn't work. But here is the weirdest thing. Life is so funny, especially when it comes to gardening. Somehow, some way, the plants, the seeds that are spread by the wind or other means and start on their own in various places, sometimes, for some reason, they do better than the ones that we are trying on purpose to make happen. Case in point, this is a peach tree. One of the seeds, one of the peach pits from one of my peach trees in the backyard, it fell, it rooted, and it started this gorgeous little peach tree. I've had so many, and they were even little volunteer ones that I tried to plant somewhere and make happen. I've had so many that I've pitted and taken the peach pit and tried to make that grow, and they just didn't work out, like hardly ever, maybe 1 out of 5. But this little guy who was doing it all on his own, just with nature, is beautiful, gorgeous. So I dug him up and moved him into one of the pots from something that didn't end up working out. Oh, this one's not marked. That's weird. It was one of the seedlings that didn't work. I sifted through the dirt to make sure we got out anything that was left from that, whatever the seed was that didn't work. Put him in here and have given him some water and a little bit of kind of dappled sunlight. And I don't know, guys, let's see how he turns out. There's a little volunteer peach. He is gorgeous. I have some other volunteers to show you. Let's go see. Right here, we've got one of the other volunteers. There's this guy here, and then, more horrible parsley, and we've got another right here, and these are little junipers, and where do they come from? I really don't know, but every year I get minimum three of these over here in the shade garden, and I pluck them up and repot them, and some of them work and some of them don't. Let's see if we see any more. Oh, there's another one. And he's pretty well developed, so I need to get him out of the ground here soon. But there's just not room, and it's not an ideal spot here in the shade for these junipers. So I'll pluck them up, put them into pots, get them growing, and then at some point we'll move them to a happier place, either somewhere out in the yard or in a pot. Either way, it's just another fun way that nature shows that it has so much more power, ingenuity, and ability than human gardeners. It's funny how that works, but it's also a great way to get a bunch of plants for free. Takes some care, takes some time, but I've gotten so many free plants this way, and if you've done any amount of gardening, you know it's expensive. Our last update for today is the avocado seed. Let's see. So all this stuff is cracking off, this like outer shell stuff. I'm wondering if I should have torn all that off myself, but oh well. Other than that, well, okay, it looks like it's cracking up this side now too, which is definitely a development. But that's as far as we've gotten with this. Nothing has popped out here yet, and definitely nothing has popped out there. We're just going to continue changing the water. We've got it here under the sun lamps now. We'll see if that makes a difference. And we're just going to keep on keeping on with this guy. He's sitting here very happily next to our volunteers, the peach and the junipers, and what a lovely little neighborhood this is. These are the ones that I've got inside right now. I do have some out on the porch and out in my little makeshift cold frame kind of little greenhouse shelves out there. So many fun things, so much beautiful plant foliage and happiness. Even since the last time that I recorded the lemons for this video, so just a couple of days ago, look at how much they are already just going to town. Oh, I'm so happy. That is wonderful. That guy went ahead and popped up. This one is huge. Good things happening. So many signs of hope and life, and it's just happy. Just straight up happiness for me. Thank you so much for coming along. Have a wonderful day. We will be back with some more updates on all of these fabulous dumpster salvaged treasures and volunteers, and we'll bring you along for all of it. We'll see you all real soon. Bye-bye.